Hello, everybody. This is Joel, aka Bourbon Dingo, and welcome to episode 38 of my second series on Let's Play Crusader Kings 2. During the last episode, we basically gave up our war against England for the time being so that we could take care of the revolt we had occurring up here in Moray. I've been spending a little bit of money upgrading my holdings, and we gained a little bit of extra ground down here in Wales. I'm still going to attempt to press claims in England, but I'm not sure I want to do it until my heir inherits. But we'll figure out how that turns out here in a bit. My grandson is the Duke of Albany up here. Not quite sure how that happened, but we'll run with it. Taking a quick look back here, we can see the Okanit is spreading massively. Even up into the Golden Horde. The Golden Horde is not doing too bad for themselves either. The Holy Roman Empire is as large down here in Jerusalem in this area as it is in its native area up here, which is interesting. France doesn't seem to be expanding too heavily. Small area in the Iberian Peninsula as well as a little bit down here as well. They are still, however, a theocracy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the clock started. And really right now I believe it's, if nothing more, if nothing else, it's waiting for our king to pass away. He's fairly close to that age. Alright. This is where we ran into a bit of a trouble. I should have created it myself and kept it, or handed it to someone. But Duke Coleman here now holds 2 duchy titles. He's the one I'd really like to get changed out for someone in my bloodline. But we'll let that handle itself later. For now, what I'm waiting on, apparently the jihad failed against the Holy Roman Empire. Alright, we just had a rebellion, I believe down here somewhere. Yep, right there. So let's go ahead and pull up some troops and have them take care of that. We'll send, send some people I dislike. There has been a faction started, and one thing I do want to look at while we're in the process of this is to make sure none of these factions get up too big. I can deal at 10%. Alright, we won the rebellion right there. Relatively easy as well. And, okay, we're holding a banquet, and we're going to go ahead and send out invites to that. And he never showed up, so we dislike him a little bit for doing that. What I want to look at here, after we take care of some more issues, is basically if I can get myself into the succession line for England. Alright, we barely won that. Let's take a pause real fast. I'm going to come down here and take a look. England is currently having some problems themselves with Duke Stigin the Just, Valencia in war for Michael's claim on Aragon. So one guy down here is pressing it. Taking a look at his inheritance line. It's one child who is currently not married. If I could set up a betrothal or something of that nature, but I don't have anybody in my bloodline that I could hand off to him. What I am wondering here for the Kingdom of England is that if it drops down to Alan of Godwin, who is right behind Jordan Weiss here, I'll figure out who Alan of Godwin is. So one of these guys... No, that would be someone completely new. And that may be a possibility. If I go ahead and attempt to assassinate his son, it'll move to someone else, and there'll be a little bit more of a problem should they try to once he passes. And I don't want to go away because I have 5 claims that I could press against England. I think I'm going to go ahead and break my truce. Taking a quick look real fast, I don't think that my assassination chance would be very high. So we're going to go ahead and break the truce. Like I said, he's not exceptionally young, and I would very much like to find a way to succeed in this battle. So we're going to break that truce. I'm going to press all of these claims. Now, taking a quick look real fast, they don't have much of an army running around here, and it may be because they're actively dealing with these guys, but this won't be like last time where they had a massive army just waiting to walk into Wales. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and pull everyone up, and we're just going to try for a couple of quick takeovers here. I'm going to send this group into there. And everybody that was in here is going to come and start helping us take the areas that were in Normandy from them. And I think I can get away with pulling these guys up to here and just use all of these guys in there to take that really quickly. And swinging down here, we actually have enough troops that I'm going to just head them into not all there. Let's go ahead and head them into Valladolid. Now this will make everybody dislike us a little bit. Duke Iago is asking to deal with assassination attempts inside of our realm. We can grant him a claim on the perpetrator's titles, and I'll do that. Alright, we've got some battles that we're currently winning. Once I get everybody into here, I'm going to go ahead and attempt to rush a few victories. These guys moved into there. Alright, we have everybody here. I'm going to go ahead and combine them. And we're going to go ahead and... I can't quite press that. I think I'll just let time go through and take care of that. Let's pause, because we are still moving all of these guys into there. I do have enough to go ahead and press the attack here, so I'm going to do that. Alright, in the midst of a war, I have somebody else declaring holy war against whoever. Not sure why, but I'll let them handle that however they deem necessary. And as I said, I'm basically now going to start pressing some fights. And I've fallen ill, and I'm hoping that I don't pass away before this battle's over. We have quite a few areas that we need to take from them. So what I'm going to try to do is take all of the holdings that they have in York real fast. I'm going to get these guys down here into some more of the areas that I've been taking. And as you can see, we're already up here too. Alright, take a pause real fast, because he has gone ahead and is willing to surrender right now. And I'm going to go ahead and accept his surrender. We've usurped a few titles here. Mostly counties. I should have a few duchies I can go ahead and take over. Let's move these guys back into our territory so I can go ahead and dismiss them without losing any extra soldiers. This time it worked for us because they were in the midst of a heavy losing battle. Go ahead and get rid of these guys real fast. Probably got somebody new I just picked up here who believes he's a better... Yeah, let's go ahead and allow him to be our new court chaplain. Alright. Majority of population in Algeciras has been converted to a new faith. I don't think I had my guy sitting in Algeciras. Let's go ahead and take a look over here, and we'll send him into Seville to try to help change that over. We do have a Waldensian faith over here in Duke Basilio, who is Waldensian. We could actually press a holy war against him. But I'll leave him be for now. We can create 3 titles. I can usurp the Kingdom of England. And the moment they are out of combat, we are going to do that. Let's go ahead and stop the clock. I forgot to do that, because I need to go ahead and create some of these duchy titles. We're going to be using up quite a bit of gold in doing this. I can create the Empire of Britannia now as well. And I will likely do that. It's only going to cost me 300 gold, 400 piety, which I have plenty of. Let's go ahead and finish creating these duchies that we have floating around. And I'll be usurping that title there the moment I can. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what I actually control now. Apparently, I took these over completely. And it was because I had the specific type of claim over it. We are running into one issue here where the city of Sarum stayed with the Kingdom of England, and I'm not sure how that works. Really not sure how that works. But we'll deal with that later, I suppose. Alright, let's go ahead and hand these titles off. I should have a few people in my court still left over. And if I don't, I'll spend the money to get some new people in. Alright, we do have a Catholic Maghreb here, and he tends to like us a little bit. I think I'm going to go ahead and give him one of these titles. What I may do is go ahead and just hand him that barony real fast. Let's take a look. Because it is a barony, plus I'm controlling another barony in Kent. So let's go ahead and give him that barony. Make absolutely certain that I don't have any daughters or anything of that nature that I can marry off. In fact, most of the daughters I currently have are two. It's like, and neither one of these guys has actually had any children. We can invite him to our court. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to give him probably Kent here. But let's go back over here. I'm going to have to probably pick up some more nobles. So I'm going to buy... I'm going to get 3 of them to attend my court. We have a couple prisoners here. I'm going to find one that is simply a prisoner. And we're going to release him. Make everybody like us a little bit more. That'll help take away the penalty that we have for attacking an ally. And then go back into here and hand some of these areas off. Alright. I have a grandson who is not currently in our succession line as far as I'm aware. This is something that I'm not understanding, is how Duke Brockmail here is the heir. I guess it's just his heir should he pass. But this should be our actual direct line. Let's go ahead and arrange a marriage for him. Go down here, find someone. Women, not in prison, not married, of my religion. I'm taking a quick glance at him. He needs someone in this category. Find someone of a decent age. We have a granddaughter we could marry to our grandson, which I'm sure would turn well for us. Let's go ahead and avoid that if possible. We do have somebody of another dynasty who's of our dynasty who's a kinswoman, who would be a decent choice. I'm loath to marry off to a kinswoman, but I like that stat line. This is better right here. We have a kinswoman, DeConnor. Oh, I'm just searching in my realm. But she's a hunchback as well as a genius, and I'm not sure I want to do that to my child either. Let's swing back up here and take a look once again. Try to find somebody of a decent age. I could handle 27 years old. Content, good education. I'd rather marry here, though. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's arrange this marriage with our son. Keep it a traditional marriage. Once again, I'm going to actually just let people dislike me for a short period of time here, because I want these marriages to go ahead and take place. Now that I've done that, let's go ahead and hand these areas off. Apologize for that. Alright, we're going to go ahead and give him the county of Kent. Strange, because it's trying to give him also the county of Winchester, but we're not offering him that. I just want to give him only the county of Kent. Alright, and we need Sussex and Surrey given away, so let's go ahead and find someone to hand off there. And I know we're running a little slow here, so I do apologize. missing one courtier? It appears so. I'm going to need at least one more courtier. So let's go send for one. We're going to grant him the county of Winchester. That puts us back to normal. Now what we're going to do is just go ahead and find some more of these people and hand them off, such as he's getting the county of the Duchy of Kent here. I believe Gloucester can go to one of these guys, and it's going to go to him with us. Alright, and that's finished us up there. I believe that gives us all but one person, and that's going to be basically picking up our old court chaplain because we just handed off vassalage from someone. So we'll send them back into there. I'm going to go ahead and span the couple of armies I have floating around here. Should put us at no armies, which is good. We're going to bring our son back from sowing dissent, and I'm actually just going to send him to improve diplomatic relations. Specifically with England, considering that we just did that to him, so I don't want to keep that going. I can create the Empire of Britannia, and I believe I'm probably going to go ahead and do that. And then we're going to start considering the possibility of handing off kingdoms. Not sure exactly what I want to do about that. Like I said, I've never really gotten this far into the game, so this is sort of new territory for me. I'm working on it. I'll go ahead and make it, and we'll see what happens. Though I may not hand off kingdoms unless I have to. But we're going to create the Empire of Britannia, which now turns my King Neil the Kind into Emperor Neil the Kind. And as you can see, we have become the Emperor of the Welsh Empire. That's nice big font right there. It's one of the biggest. I think France and Ruthenia and the Ocanet have larger, but we've got really large font. Maybe Mali has bigger too. But alright, taking a quick look, I'm going to look at my vassals and see if holding too many kingdom titles makes them dislike me more. It doesn't appear so, but we'll have to take a look at that here in a bit. I may not hand these kingdoms off. We may keep this simply an empire full of duchies. But that will be something to consider between now and the next time I play. Alright, and I actually feel better now, so apparently all it takes is being crowned emperor to get over a sickness. That's something to remember. Oh, that was right, he was joining us and I was gonna... Alright, we've had the Lollard Heresy appear in Nantes. I'm gonna pause real fast. We're gonna go ahead and take care of this, and one thing I want to look at real fast is the laws, because we should have new imperial laws, and I do want to look real fast and make sure that there's nothing I really want to change. Considering dropping this back down to normal and bringing my crown authority up to high, that way my areas can't be inherited outside of there. I think I'll actually do that. Like I said, we're getting close to the end of his life, so the penalty that comes from making that change will likely not affect us too long. Alright, we've been asked to change court chaplains once again, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. Take a pause real fast, send him back into Seville. We've had another There's actually 2 areas of heresy that have popped up. So let's go ahead and actually, I can't send him there now, but let's go ahead and send our marshal in to suppress revolts. In the other place, pull up some troops from each of these guys, send them in to take care of this. And if I remember at the beginning of the next episode, I'll go ahead and move them over. Alright, there's a man I need to arrest and another I need to assassinate. So we can ask our wife to go ahead and do one of these. And I think I'm going to go ahead and say that we're going to send her to help assassinate. Alright, we've won that battle. We're going to go ahead and get rid of these guys. Taking a look, like I said, one of the number one things we're doing is watching for them to finish their battle, because we're going to attempt to usurp the Kingdom of England. We got a faction that has popped up. No percentages in soldiers is really that big a deal. Alright, we have made it up to the first day of the year. We got a little bit more done this time. I wasn't expecting to, whenever I got into this, go ahead and attempt to press this claim on England. I expected the war to last a little bit longer than it did. But it was good, because not only did we claim that area, but now we held enough of the area to create the Welsh Empire, and that's been the goal since the start. It's been quite a few years since we started, but the Welsh Empire has been created. And since that was one of our long-term goals, I can tell you that our next long-term goal is to take every bit of the British Isles. And then we're going to work up here onto these islands and Norway. Not really interested in pressing the claims I have down here, though I will at some point. Or pressing more claims down here, like I said, or I will at some point. But what I'm most interested in is creating a unified area up through here. Taking a quick look, it appears that the Golden Horde pressed even further into the Byzantine Empire. The Okanit is still spreading. They've spread almost out. They have spread all the way out to this canal. Though the Holy Roman Empire itself is spreading out as well. What I find interesting, though, this pink isn't Genoa. I was about to say Genoa's over here, but Georgia has pretty much been eaten up by the Mongols, who still haven't settled yet. The Okanit is taking their previous holdings. Bithynia still seems strong. The Byzantine Empire, even though it looks smaller, is still just as strong as it was. But we're getting out there. You're seeing our colors pop up. Alright guys, I'm going to let you go, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.